And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a quick look at the EU, and specifically the EU in response to Ukraine President, as he's called for immediate EU membership under special procedure. Now if you're wondering why I'm laughing, we all know what immediate means to the EU. It's usually about, I don't know, 20 years? Good luck getting them to do anything fast. It's a pit of ideas that never get fulfilled. President Zelensky has called for both a ceasefire and for Ukraine's immediate accession to the European Union as his government holds peace talks with the Kremlin delegation in the Russian client state of Belarus. Makes you wonder why NATO didn't take them on, doesn't it, everyone? Even though, you know, the piggy in the middle between NATO and Russia. Now, obviously, the Luftwaffe and the media have all been singing up praises for Ukraine. So I thought I'd have a quick look at the Ukraine. Before we do this, though, I am not defending Russia in any way, shape or form. They have initiated a war. But I think in this war, both sides have a lot to answer for. First up, we've got a story that BLM are being incredibly silent about, and that is that black people in the Ukraine were refused to evacuate, to the extent where one was even threatened with a gun from a cop. Yes, you heard that right. Black refugees fleeing the fighting in Ukraine have told how they faced naked hostility and racism from some police officers and border officials trying to stop them taking trains to the west. So it sounds like both sides are in the wrong in this, doesn't it? And it doesn't stop there, everyone. We also find out that in the Ukraine, there is such a thing as the Azov Battalion. Now, the Azov Battalion is slated as a right-wing extremist and neo-Nazi unit. Now, at this point, I'd like to say Nazism isn't right-wing, but we'll excuse that for now. This is the important part. It's a neo-Nazi unit of the National Guard of the Ukraine. It's based in Mariupol, in the Azov Sea coastal region, down near the Crimea. So I thought we'd have a look at some veterans and what they say about this Azov Battalion. Russia has been conducting its special operation to protect the Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republic, the DPR and LPR, to a chorus of Western mainstream media persistently slamming its actions as an invasion. However, the latter has turned a blind eye to crimes committed by the Ukrainian military with support from neo-Nazi militias. That's them there. The Azov Regiment is an openly neo-Nazi unit operating within the Ukraine's National Guard that adopts swastika-style runic insignia along with the Right Sector, a hardline nationalist paramilitary union notorious for its atrocities and are accused of being complicit in crimes committed in Donbass, eastern Ukraine, according to a recent statement by the Investigative Committee of the Russian Federation. So this is the Russians saying it. In total, the ICR is hoping to bring to court over 400 criminal cases pertaining to the events in Donbass, which is where most of the fighting is at the moment, everyone. Where over the last 8 years, since 2014, since the Minsk Agreement was signed, has seen 2,600 civilians killed and some 5,500 more injured. So it's not looking too rosy for the Ukraine either, is it, to be honest? Now, if you do remember, Putin did actually say he was going after and denazifying the Ukraine. Now, it turns out, because of the Azov Battalion are in Mariupol, it turns out that the Russians have actually surrounded Mariupol and have laid siege. So they're not actually going in, but they're stopping anyone else coming in or out. Quite telling that, isn't it? Now, don't let this stop there. Obviously, this is just me having a look at both sides of the story. The Russians are not blameless either, let's be honest. And the main reply from the EU, is one that's quite telling in my honest opinion. And this is from Ursula von der Leyen. And as she said, and we're ready for this, EU President on the Ukraine, they belong to us. Belong. Ukrainians, are you listening? The EU now think you belong to them. We want them in. That wanting them in doesn't mean they're actually going to be allowed in. It just means that they're talking the talk without walking the walk. We all know that the EU can't do anything quickly, so we'll see how this one pans out. But it does look like, to gain entrance to the EU, Zelensky is going to effectively have to subservient the Ukrainians to the EU. In her mind, they belong to us. No, they're free people apparently. Or are they not when they join the EU? It's quite telling, isn't it, everyone? Let me know what you think. I'd like to know your opinion on this. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to check out my website. It's where all good information goes, away from big tech. So go and check it out. The links are in the description. Stay sane. See you on the next one.